Imagine waking up one day to find your wealth has vanished. Sounds dramatic, right? But this happens more often than you might think. Many people believe they are making sound financial choices, yet beneath the surface lurks a dangerous issue: emotional biases that can derail your wealth-building strategies. You might not even realize it, but every time you check your investments, there's a little voice influencing your decisions. This voice can easily become your worst enemy. What if I told you that your fear of missing out or a sudden market drop could lead you to make choices that jeopardize your financial future? It's a hidden trap. Let's picture a scenario. Imagine you're at a dinner party where everyone is buzzing about their latest investment in a hot tech startup. You start to feel that familiar anxiety. Should you jump in? Before you know it, your emotions take over, and you might invest without doing your homework, swept up in the excitement of the moment. That fleeting thrill can feel rewarding, but it often leads to regret. Have you ever felt that sinking feeling after realizing you made a hasty decision? You are not just risking your money, you're also risking your peace of mind. Emotional bias can blind you to long-term strategies. For example, if you see a dip in a stock you've invested in, you might panic and sell at a loss instead of holding on for a potential recovery. It's a classic case of letting emotions dictate your actions rather than relying on facts, and the consequences can be severe. You could miss out on what might have been a bounce back. So, how can you avoid this emotional roller coaster? The first step is awareness. Recognize when feelings of fear or greed start to creep in. Take a moment to breathe. Instead of making hasty decisions, create a plan. Write down your financial goals to help anchor you and provide clarity when emotions threaten to cloud your judgment. Visualize this: you've developed a strategy, and in uncertain moments, you remind yourself why you made those choices. It's like having a lifeline in a stormy sea. Now let's raise the stakes. Imagine a few years from now, while your friends are still discussing trendy investments, you've quietly built a solid portfolio that stands the test of time. It's not about being flashy, it's about being smart. Emotional detachment doesn't mean being heartless, it means being strategic. You can still celebrate your successes, but remember that every decision counts. Here's something to think about: your financial future reflects your current mindset. Are you letting fleeting emotions dictate your wealth, or are you using them to make informed decisions? As you navigate your wealth-building journey, keep this in mind: the road can be long, and distractions along the way can be tempting. Stay focused, stay grounded, and watch your financial landscape transform. If this resonates with you, consider subscribing for more insights. You have the potential to shape your financial destiny. Don't let emotions steer you off course. Have you ever felt that exhilarating rush from a successful investment? It's an amazing feeling, right? But what if I told you that same excitement could lead you straight to financial disaster? Many of us unknowingly fall into the trap of emotional bias while building wealth, and that's where the real danger lies. Imagine this: you've just made a fantastic investment, the numbers are climbing, and your friends are cheering you on. But what if that thrill blinds you to the warning signs? You might think, "I'll never let my emotions dictate my investments." However, it's easier than you think for emotions to cloud your judgment. Consider the investor who pours money into a trending stock simply because it's popular, completely ignoring the fundamentals. Now, picture yourself in a crowded room buzzing about the latest opportunity. It feels right, doesn't it? But that collective excitement can obscure important insights, making you miss crucial warning signs because everyone else is so convinced. Then there's the fear of missing out, whispering in your ear to act before it's too late. But what's the real cost of that impulsive decision? You could end up stuck holding onto a sinking ship. Let's take it a step further. Think of a friend who invested heavily in a startup everyone was raving about. The hype was contagious, and they jumped in without hesitation. But when the bubble burst, they were left with nothing but regret. Recognizing these emotional biases is key to protecting your wealth. It sounds simple, yet many overlook it. Before making your next big move, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, am I driven by excitement, or am I looking at the facts? That brief moment of reflection could change everything. Here's the takeaway: emotional bias is a silent threat in wealth building. By tuning into your feelings and questioning their influence, you can avoid those dangerous pitfalls. If you found this perspective helpful, consider subscribing for more insights that. Remember, awareness is your best defense. Have you ever made a financial decision that felt right in your gut, only to watch it fall apart? You're not alone. Many people trust their instincts when it comes to building wealth, but there's a hidden trap in those gut feelings. Emotional bias can seriously undermine your financial future. Picture this: you decide to invest in a hot stock because your friend insists it's a sure thing. Sounds smart, right? But what if that excitement blinds you to the real risks? These situations can lead to costly mistakes, and they happen more often than you might think. Let's dig a little deeper. Imagine you've been saving for a dream vacation and feel a thrill when you see an ad for a luxurious resort. But do you pause to consider whether that trip will genuinely make you happy, or if it's just a spur-of-the-moment impulse? That's emotional bias nudging you, potentially leading you to spend your hard-earned savings on something that may not bring lasting joy. Now, think about a common scenario: viewing a home. You might fall in love with a charming house, dreaming of family gatherings and cozy evenings by the fireplace. But what if you overlook that it's in a declining neighborhood? That emotional attachment can cloud your judgment, turning what felt like a dream into a financial headache. Here's a tough truth: the very emotions you trust could be your biggest obstacle in building wealth. Those feelings can distort your judgment, making you see what you want instead of the reality in front of you. This isn't about shutting down your feelings, it's about recognizing them. The next time you're about to make a financial decision, take a moment to pause. Ask yourself, am I being guided by my emotions or by the facts? It's a simple question, but it could make all the difference. It can make a world of difference. As you feel that tension rise, think about the life you truly want. Are you ready to let fleeting emotions dictate your path? Imagine how freeing it would be to make decisions based on clear thinking. Your financial future deserves that clarity. Before you leap, take a moment to breathe and ground yourself in reality, not just in feelings. Here's your takeaway: the next time you feel a surge of excitement about a financial opportunity, step back,